Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talks with Tina, where we are becoming our most true and authentic self by what? Uncovering our roots. Oh, child. This is the vibes you get off when Sleepy Joe, Uncle Joe, done stimulated you. We give off the finest rich auntie vibes. So today's topic, we are revisiting Rabbit in the Lion's Den because I don't feel like we paid enough attention to the lion. Oh, we know about the rabbit. The rabbit is pristine. But let's get into this lion. Oh, the lion. So this is Rabbit in the Lion's Den part 2. Now let me remind you of part 1 if you haven't seen it yet. Rabbit in the Lion's Den part 1 kind of focused on the rabbit, that it possessed every skill necessary to sustain in this environment with the lion. And those skills consisted of keen sense of smell, taste, sight, all good things. And the ability to stand still when the prey is approaching. But let's talk about the lion. What does the lion have to do with this? We just think the lion's den, the definition was something in regards to being at an extreme disadvantage. I thought that the lion was at an extreme the rabbit was at an extreme disadvantage. Okay. So let's talk about this lion though. And how this is sitting in my spirit is, we know a lion as being kind of the goat of all things. The lion is the goat of all things. We see it as like the most beautiful creature, the most powerful creature, the most pristine creature there is out there. And it could do no wrong. It kills folks. And it is literally the epitome of everything power. A lion represents power. And so when we think of a lion's den, we know that is the lion's territory. So when I spoke about the rabbit being in the lion's den, it didn't make no sense. Why is the rabbit in the lion's den? But let's dive into this. So if we got the rabbit in the lion's den, we assume that the rabbit is at an extreme disadvantage. Yes, it possesses all the skills to maneuver through this environment, but where does the rabbit escape? Where does the rabbit escape? And this is how I'm feeling this in my spirit, y'all. So we know if the rabbit is trying to survive, it can stand still. It can camouflage into its environment. But what if there is nothing around? The rabbit can go on forever. Go back, forth, son. Child, what I just say? Back and forth, side to side. Do you know how fast a rabbit is? A rabbit is pretty fast. Do you know how big a lion is? A lion is pretty big. Wouldn't the lion get exhausted? Riddle me this. When does the lion get exhausted? Because the rabbit sure ain't gonna get exhausted. Because the rabbit got all the skills that's necessary. So sometimes the things we deem powerful are the things that get exhausted the quickest. Wow. The things we deem powerful are the things that get exhausted the quickest. So the lion is the most powerful. We assume that. But the lion does not possess all the skills and the qualities needed to attack the rabbit, because the rabbit got all these skills. Sometimes the underdog is the one that's really got the upper hand. The rabbit literally is the big dog in this situation. I think I said that last time. The rabbit is like the big dog. Sometimes when you feel like the underdog, you step up. Whoa. You step up. And the very same things you was fighting against fall down. Come on. The very same things you thought you was fighting against and thought was powerful, when you thought you were in that extreme disadvantage, comes down to a tumble. Y'all not hearing me right with this one. Y'all not hearing me right with this. If literally, picture yourself as a rabbit. Rabbits, I don't even know how to put this into words right now. Oh, God help me. We expect the rabbit to fall short because it's small. And we think that the rabbit, since the rabbit is small, that it will eventually give up. But do you know that the big things ain't always mighty? Come on. The big things ain't always mighty and tires out quicker. Hear me out with this. Think about I'm going to be ignorant with this one. Think about my 600-pound life. That's not where I'm going with this. The rabbit was in the lion's den because that territory was established for it anyway. Oh, the rabbit was in the lion's den because that territory was established for it anyway. Yeah. Because sometimes the lion thinks it takes control over everything. And then when that lion seizes and falls, his lion's den is not as powerful and it's not as mighty. His territory becomes new. And guess what? The underdog takes over. Because guess what? The rabbit got cousins. Cousins, neighbors, next door neighbors. And what does the lion have? His little flock of folks. And guess what? When he goes down, they go down too. Because when 2 or 3 are gathered, oh, how do I full circle this in my life? It's the same thing. Sometimes we feel we're at an extreme disadvantage, but you ride that thing out. You ride that thing out, because eventually the biggest thing you up against is going to come down to a fall, and you just got to persevere. I think that's what's real about a rabbit. A rabbit perseveres, you feel me? A rabbit stands strong. A rabbit can go on forever. You know the Energizer Bunny? Do you know the Energizer Bunny? What line you see on there? What line you see out here fueling batteries, huh? Let me know something. Lion King. So I'm going to try to full circle this thing. And what I can really kind of just think about is sometimes we're so quick to chase after what we think is powerful and follow what we think is powerful that we miss out on these underdogs who are persevering and riding this thing out. And I just encourage a few people to think of themselves as the rabbit. Like, in the end, you'll prevail. Like, don't follow what the big and the mighty got going on. Or if you think you're big and mighty, I think you need to take a step down and be a little rabbit for time to time. Because when you think you're doing something greater than what is real, you're going to come down, and you're going to come down hard. And the people you're trying to go up against or take over, they're going to take over. And you're going to be lost. So this is to anybody, really. If you feel you so high and mighty that you ain't going to never run out of power, take a look at yourself. And take a look at everything around you. Take a look at the people who ain't fighting you. Let's talk about that. Take a look at the folks who ain't fighting you or with you and see how they they maintaining and maneuvering. I'm a rabbit. Let me tell you that. I'm a rabbit. And I'm proud of it. Because some of y'all lions need to be shut down real quick.